CBS News chief correspondent Matt Gutman spoke earlier today with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz in Minneapolis and asked him if he blames President Trump for this attack on Congresswoman Omar.
The president constantly attacks Representative Omar, attacks her citizenship, attacks the very decency of it, and we've asked him time and time again to stop it. I don't believe he's capable of stopping it. I keep coming back to this. The decency of the American people is going to have to speak up.
Here to discuss this and more is CBS News political director Fin Gomez. So as Zach mentioned in an interview with ABC News last night, the president said, quote, she probably had herself sprayed knowing her. Is there any evidence of that? And what's been the reaction? And why does this congresswoman seem to be such the frequent target for the president?
No, Lindsay, at this point, there has not been any sort of evidence of that occurring. And, the investigation obviously is still ongoing, but there has not been any sort of evidence of that. I think it's important to note also that we don't know why this man attacked Congresswoman Omar at her town hall yesterday with an unknown liquid. But it has brought attention to the fact, you saw in that clip by Governor Walz, that Omar has long been an anathema to the president and his conservative allies for her outspoken progressive stances for years, really since, if you remember, really becoming a member of that so-called squad, the group of progressive congressional lawmakers. Democrats have pointed to the harsh and frequent criticism towards Omar from the president. Just yesterday, ahead of her town hall attack, Lindsay, President Trump also spoke out against the Minnesota congresswoman at a rally in Iowa, which happened just hours before her town hall. Take a listen.
They have to show that they can love our country. They have to be proud. Not like Ilhan Omar. Did you see that wise guy? She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with the following. The Constitution, she comes from a country that's a disaster. It's considered, I think, it's not even a country, okay? It barely has a government. I don't think it does. They're good at one thing, pirates.
Others like other Democrats like Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in a tweet have blamed the attack on Omar and pointed towards the rhetoric by the president and vice president, saying that their slanderous public attacks is the reason why she was assaulted at the town hall. Lindsay.
And the president and Mayor Jacob Frey of Minneapolis are having a back and forth. The mayor saying, look, we had a great conversation, but we're still not going to enforce immigration law. The president posting he's playing with fire. What's going on here?
This seemed to be improving, but this clash between President Trump and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey appears to be escalating over the federal immigration enforcement. In a Truth Social post this morning, Trump warned that the mayor, he's, quote, playing with fire after Frey said the city will not enforce federal immigration laws. Trump called that position a serious violation of the law. Frey pushed back, saying local police should focus on public safety, not immigration enforcement, arguing that the community trust is key and that people should feel safe calling 911, especially after the controversial deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Lindsay.
Okay, Fin Gomez, thank you.